Today, we're going to show you how the F-16 fighter jet works. This is the inside of the F-16 Fighting Falcon. On the right is the multi-function joystick. It only needs to move a tiny bit to turn the aircraft in any direction. If you move the stick to the left, the plane will roll left, and vice versa. This is due to the force being applied on opposite sides of the ailerons. Here, we'll also walk through the basic process of starting up the fighter jet. And of course, we won't forget to cover the process of launching an AIM-120 missile, as well as the immense power of this air-cooled, electrically fired, Gatling-style rotary cannon. We'll also point out the pros and cons of this fighter jet. So please keep watching and don't miss a single detail. This is the General Dynamics F-16 Fighting Falcon. It's one of the most produced military aircraft in history. The F-16 gradually became one of the world's most popular and recognizable fighter jets. Over 4,500 have been produced to date. This fighter was designed to replace the aging F-14 Tomcat. The latter was an engineering marvel with its variable sweep wing design and high maneuverability. It remains one of the most famous jets ever used by the U.S. Navy. The F-16 was built under an unusual agreement. This agreement established a consortium between the United States and four NATO countries, Belgium, Denmark, the Netherlands, and Norway. It has a length of 14.8 meters, or 49 feet and 5 inches. Its wingspan is 9.8 meters, or 32 feet and 8 inches. And it has a height of 4.8 meters, or 16 feet. To better understand its size, let's compare it to a human and other fighter jets. The MiG-21 aircraft is the famous flying bullet of the Soviet era. Here's an actual size comparison between different fighter jets. These mainly include the Dassault Rafale, the Eurofighter Typhoon, the F-14 Tomcat, and the MiG-29. The F-16 has a maximum takeoff weight of 16,875 kilograms, or 37,500 pounds. For a basic comparison, that's almost equivalent to the weight of 12 SUVs. And that's considering it's known as a lightweight, single-engine, multi-role fighter jet. Housed inside this cone is the APG Doppler radar. It sends out pulses of energy and listens for any returning signal pulses. Doppler radars are different from standard radars because they can scan for targets both above and below them, and they can do so without interference from ground clutter. Behind the radar is the forward avionics bay. This is the angle of attack, or AOA, sensor, which is located on both sides of the aircraft. It can also be found on most modern passenger airliners. This is the TWS, which stands for Track While Scan Antenna. It's an operational mode for the radar. The radar allocates a portion of its power to tracking targets. This is the HUD, or heads-up display. It projects critical information into the pilot's line of sight. This allows them to keep their head up and eyes out, while still monitoring the aircraft's systems. We'll come back to this in more detail soon, so stay tuned. On the other side of the canopy are the navigation lights. Like all aircraft, the red light is on the left and the green light is on the right. Inside are the instrument bay and the ejection seat, which we'll explore further in the video. Just a heads up, this is the cockpit of the latest F-16 Block 70 version. It's a cockpit fully upgraded for the modern battlefield. You can see it has a bubble canopy with a single frame at the back, offering a completely unobstructed view. This is incredibly useful during dogfights. Right below the cockpit is the gun port, housing the massive M61 Vulcan cannon. It's a hydraulically and electrically driven, 6-barreled, air-cooled, electrically fired Gatling-style rotary cannon. It fires rounds at an extremely high rate, typically 6,000 rounds per minute. And here's what it sounds like when it fires. This small, fin-like object is the antenna for the Tactical Air Navigation System, or TACAN. This is the IFF antenna, which stands for Identification Friend or Foe. It's an electronic system that sends out an interrogating radio signal on a fixed frequency. This causes an IFF transponder to send a reply signal back on a different frequency. And like the F-4, it has a single vertical stabilizer, which helps the plane yell left or right. This rectangular-looking component is a provision built into the design. It's used if a client wants to add a drag parachute to slow the aircraft down. And interestingly enough, these are the drag chutes for an F-16 fighter. This is how they deploy. Nestled in the middle is its single engine, either a General Electric F-110 or a Pratt & Whitney F-100. It produces about 29,000 pounds, or 13.15 tons, of thrust. So let's look at the basic principles of how this fighter works. Air is sucked in through a single intake, while fuel is simultaneously sprayed into a part of the exhaust nozzle. There, it mixes with the exhaust gas and ignites, creating a secondary combustion. To conserve fuel, the afterburner is only used for short bursts during takeoff, climbing, or combat maneuvers. The exhaust nozzle is made of overlapping petals designed to open and close, just like you see in the animation. This is done to reduce the strain on the turbofan engine when it's in full afterburner mode. All of this power is supplied by a huge number of fuel tanks, between 7 and 9 of them. Let's take a look at the locations of these tanks. Tank number 1 is located right behind the pilot's seat. This is tank number 2, also known as the aft fuselage tank. And these are tanks 3 and 4, which are also called the engine feed tanks. Moving further back, we have the wing-mounted tanks, numbers 5 and 6. It can also carry 3 external drop tanks still on the wings and 1 under the fuselage. So in total, there are approximately 9 fuel tanks, as shown in the animation. So how do you start this fighter jet? This is the control stick with all of its buttons and functions labeled. But it's important to note that it only moves a tiny bit, about 1/4 of an inch. Just like in the animation. On the left is the throttle. As a reminder, this is not the right way to start a $60 million fighter jet. Here are the steps for the takeoff procedure. Step 1. Just as shown in the animation, on the left is the thruster, and a quick reminder. This is not the correct way to start a $60 million fighter jet. Next up is the introduction to the takeoff procedure. Step 1. First, turn on the main power. Second, open the fuel switch. Third, power on the radar warning receiver. Fourth, center the attitude indicator. Fifth, wait for the engine speed to reach 20%. Sixth, as shown in the animation, set the throttle to the idle position. Seventh, unlock the throttle and push it forward, and maybe you'll be able to get it off the ground. Since the F-16 Fighting Falcon is a multi-role fighter jet, let's take a look at some of its weapon systems. We'll divide them into 3 groups. Group 1, air-to-air missiles. It can carry weapons like the AIM-9 Sidewinder, a short-range, infrared-guided air-to-air missile, and the famous AIM-120, a medium-range, radar-guided air-to-air missile. Group 2, air-to-ground missiles, like the AGM-65 Maverick air-to-ground missile, which is capable of attacking various ground targets, such as tanks and other moving vehicles. Group 3, guided bombs. The GBU-38 is a small-diameter bomb, which has been shown in animations in our recent videos. A few seconds after an F-16 drops the bomb deploys its wings and flies towards the target using GPS and laser guidance. Now let's take a look at the basic process of flying this fighter jet. It's important to note that this is a fly-by-wire system. If we pull the control stick back like this, the plane will pitch up. If we push it forward, the plane will pitch down. This is because the movement of the control stick drives the movement of the tail surfaces, also known as the stabilators on the F-16. If you move the control stick to the left, the plane will roll to the left. The aileron control surface on the trailing edge of the left wing will deflect upward, while the one on the right wing deflects downward. This means the lift on the left wing decreases, while the lift on the right wing increases. thus causing it to roll. If you move the control stick to the right, the plane will roll to the right. The aileron control surface on the trailing edge of the right wing will deflect upward, and the one on the left wing will deflect downward. This means the lift on the right wing decreases, while the lift on the left wing increases, thus causing it to roll as well. At the foot pedals, you can find the pedals that control the rudder. Push your right foot forward and your left foot back, and the plane will yaw to the right. This is due to the deflection of the rudder, which changes the total camber of the vertical tail, thereby generating lift to the left or right. Imagine the vertical tail is like a wing turned on its side. The F-16 also uses leading-edge flaps, which allow the leading edge of the wing to extend downward, increasing the camber to generate more lift. When it retracts, the lift is reduced. We can say that these devices are automatically controlled and work in coordination with the ailerons. Let's see how to launch an A120 missile. First, turn on the master arm switch. Second, select air-to-air mode. Third, select the IM-12 as the desired weapon. Fourth, lock the target. Fifth, press the weapon release button. Sixth, the aircraft must maintain its course for about 4 seconds, waiting for the missile to track the target. However, the latest versions no longer require the operator to maintain a radar lock. Seventh, you can use the cannon or camera laser button on this control stick, located just below the other controls. Pulling this trigger fires the M61 Vulcan cannon. It has an extremely high rate of fire, typically 6,000 rounds per minute, with a range of 600 meters or 2,000 feet. The advantages of this aircraft include its multi-role capability. The F-16 is designed to perform a variety of missions, including air superiority, air-to-ground attack, reconnaissance, and electronic warfare. It can carry a wide range of weapons and quickly switch between different roles. In terms of maneuverability, the F-16 is renowned for its exceptional agility. This is thanks to its high thrust-to-weight ratio and advanced aerodynamics, as well as its fly-by-wire flight control system. It can execute sharp turns and complex maneuvers, which makes it highly effective in air-to-air combat. In terms of avionics and sensors, the F-16 is equipped with advanced avionics and sensor systems, including radar, electronic warfare suite, and targeting pods. These systems enhance the pilot's situational awareness and provide them with the critical information needed to carry out their missions. In terms of global availability, the F-16 has been widely exported to many countries. This means that spare parts and maintenance support are readily available in many regions, as well as related training. Now, let's look at its disadvantages. Limited range. The F-16 has a relatively short range, as its fuel capacity is very low and it is vulnerable to damage due to its small size and limited stealth capabilities. The F-16 can be more easily detected and targeted by advanced surface-to-air missile systems and radar-guided weapons. That's all for this episode. See you next time.